In this video, we're talking about
baby bun buns.
This world's in trouble, you know what we mean. Homesteading is a lifestyle, healthy, wholesome, and green.
All right, everybody, thank you for joining us. Welcome back to the All Green channel. I'm Jimbo. This is my wife, Jen. I don't think you've met her yet. We are super excited to be doing this fun video with you all with our baby rabbits, our baby bunnies. And kind of how I wanted to frame our video around today is our journey, right? We started this homestead beginning of last year. And our journey with rabbits specifically started when?
In August of 2022.
So last August, we decided we wanted rabbits. And why did we decide we wanted rabbits?
Well, there's a few reasons, but the main reason is that it was another protein and meat source for our family.
So that was our main reason, right? There's other reasons, though, to get rabbits, and what would those be, maybe?
Well, first of all, they're cute. I like them.
Pets.
They're pets.
They're nice. They're nice to have. They're quiet.
They're quiet.
Rabbits in general are quiet.
They're fairly inexpensive.
Yeah.
So a little bit of startup cost, but as far as homesteading goes, one of the lesser of the expenses there, and things like great fertilizer for your garden.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Any rabbit, and not just the breed that we have, which we'll talk about next, but any rabbit. Other things you could do with rabbits is sell them. You know, it could be an income source for you or your family. We have a friend down the road. We were there yesterday, and he has a rabbitry with I'm probably 15 rabbits. So, you know, you can scale rabbits fairly easily with little space. So, you know, that's an advantage when you start looking at other options on your homestead. So yeah, so that was why we started in August last year. We started with 1 buck and 2 does. Buck and doe is just like deer. It's the males and females, okay? Bucks are the males. So we wanted 2 breeding does to deliver, we'll breed at the same time or roughly the same time, and receive 2 what is known as kits. So 2 litters the kits is the term. And specifically now, let's talk a little bit about the breed we decided to go with. So go ahead, honey. What's the name?
Oh, so the name is these are Silverfox rabbits. They get their name because they have kind of this flaxen white that comes into their fur. You can't really see it now with the babies, but we'll bring up the mama in a bit. But basically, if you see them in a wild situation, their fur looks similar to an actual silver fox, a real fox. So that's where they get their name from. They are an American breed of rabbits. There's a few reasons that we chose it. So.
Yeah. So the Silverfox rabbits, they get big. Okay, they're known as a meat rabbit. It's a lot like if you've heard of other common ones would be Californians and New Zealand rabbits, and those also get large in size. So as far as protein goes, our main reason for getting rabbits last year, size was a big factor, right? So,
I'd say the next big thing definitely was that they're winter hardy. So these rabbits like the cold. They have a little bit harder time when it's actually hot.
Yeah.
So they fare the cold weather very, very well. So that was the next reason.
We're in central New York. It gets cold. We get snow. Check out my last video on rabbits I made last fall, and I showed you one of the rabbit hutches that we keep them in and where it was located. Now, we've had since moved that, but that gives you an idea and an indication of, you know, where you could possibly keep these particular rabbits, the Silverfox rabbit. So cold doesn't affect them. I'd also say an advantage of Silverfox is they're very docile. They're mild-mannered. We've never been bitten by our adult rabbits, which is good. Other rabbits might be a little bit more aggressive. Now, obviously, they're not all like that, but I'd say the vast majority, they were bred for that temperament, that easygoing temperament. So definitely an advantage being around our 3-year-old son and us just handling them. And so definitely an advantage for that.
Absolutely an advantage. Yes, it's very nice to stick your hand in and not feel like it's gonna you're gonna come out with blood on it. So
We already mentioned it, but what we do with the droppings is we treat it as fertilizer, natural fertilizer, and no chemicals, no pesticides, nothing like that included. The great thing about rabbit fertilizer is you can apply it directly to your garden. You can put it right at the base of your plants and let it break down naturally. No problem. You don't have to worry about acidity. You don't have to worry about anything. It will break down. It's not going to, it's one of those few manures you can use directly.
yeah, so like with chicken, the stuff that we do in our chicken food, we let it sit for a year and then put it on because that's so acidic. With the rabbits, it breaks down so quickly that you just set it right on top, and the plants they just literally eat it up. So
Yeah.
they love it.
Yeah, a few good rains, it starts breaking down naturally. But the point is, you don't have to wait a year, right? You can just start using it immediately.
Yeah.
So definitely an advantage there. They don't take a lot of space, like I mentioned, and stay tuned. Subscribe if you don't already, because what we're going to do is do another video showing our rabbitry, our cage setup, how we water them, different strategies that we've found work well, and the food that we give them. We're going to do all those details in another secondary video in backup of this one. But we wanted to introduce you to the little guys. Let's go ahead. We're going to bring up an adult, one of the does, the mama, and show you her color and talk a little bit more about the different, the breed and how they come in 3 different colors. And here we have the mama of the 2 babies that we had. And this one's name is Eve. We started with Adam and Eve, the buck and the doe. And we also have another doe named Rahab.
Here's Miss Eve.
Noticeable difference, right? And those babies actually are pretty big. How big do you think Eve is?
Eve is probably around 11 pounds.
11 pounds. So it gives you an idea. It's a big rabbit. They are, hi buddy. Rabbits are definitely a family pet, or they can be. And our son loves them. This is the doe. This is the mom from the 2 babies that we just brought up, and she's super soft. Notice how big she is in comparison to the babies. They get quite large, right? That's one of the reasons why we wanted the Silverfox breed, is they are large, like we mentioned before. And this is a full-grown adult, the doe, and the bucks get even bigger. So definitely a family animal, or it can be, and great size for possible meat and protein. Notice her color. Can you? Yeah, you can all see that right now. This is a black.
Black, yeah.
And then, yeah, go ahead and talk about the colors.
Yeah, so you can see, like I said, a little flaxen. So they almost look silvery because they're mostly black with kind of these white highlights in there. So it makes this silver kind of shimmery color to their coats. It's black, and our buck is also black. We have a blue or lilac, as they call it, which is the same thing. She's like a bluish color with this white undertone here, and then they have what's called chocolate, which is kind of like what you'd see in a chocolate lab. It's that deep brown with this white undertone, and they're all yeah. Beautiful, and they're all kind
gorgeous.
Of soft. So
they're gorgeous. In fact, one other advantage of this particular breed is that they are known for their pelts. So you can do a lot with their pelts, blankets or whatever, but they're so soft and they've got this incredible color that, or colors. They're desirable. So come here, boy. Do you like rabbits? Right. So yeah, we love them. They're going to be great going forward for our family in a lot of different ways. So we actually had 2 kits with the 2 does. Maybe I mentioned that before, but 10 babies, and we decided to sell them this time, make back a little bit of the investment that we had into all of the equipment and the rabbits themselves. And so they're not too hard to find rabbits in general. Silverfox took a little bit more effort to figure out and source the animals.
They're a little more rare.
Yeah.
Is what they're considered.
Right. Yeah, they're considered rare, but you can get any kind of breed. Just do a little bit of research and homework first before you make some decisions on what you want. But that's what we chose. We're very happy with it. We're excited for the future. One more thing to tell you, we're going to be doing another side video about tattooing their ears. We're getting the equipment right now to do that, and what that's for is the pedigree, to say essentially what their heritage is, their breed, their genetics. It's basically proof or proofing that your animal is purebred, right? Is that the right term?
Yep. It also allows for things, uh, if there's a kid in your area wanting to get into 4-H, it
Right.
allows them to show their rabbit.
Right.
So it does things like that. It also it's kind of like back in the day branding the cattle before they had fencing. So you do the tattoos to see which one's a doe, which one's a buck, and you just
Right.
kind of keep track of what you have, because
Right.
the term is breed like rabbits, and they do quickly.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Another advantage of getting rabbits. All right. Well, thank you all so much for joining us. Thanks, buddy. And our family to yours, we appreciate you joining us for this journey, our homesteading journey. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Sorry about that. And stay tuned for more great content about rabbits, chickens, and a new series. My wife Jen is a farrier, professional farrier, so we would like to get more into horses and just put a little bit more educational content out for you all about hoof care needs, and maybe just some general horse information as well. So anyways, join us next time.